Welcome, everyone, to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's time once again for the running of the Coca-Cola Racing Family 600 here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. And MRN is here to bring you all the action. This is an awesome facility, isn't it, Barney?
About 80% of the teams are based in this area, and these fans are serious about their racing. Add to that an amazing facility with great seats all around and 43 NASCAR Winston Cup cars. We're in for an awesome race, I guarantee you that.
Bobby the Bonnie hopes to increase his point lead for today. He starts on pole. He's got a good shot at winning it today. Maybe we'll see him take the checkered flag. Adam Petty makes another start in the Winston Cup Series. He started at Talladega in California, and he makes the starting grid for today. Dale Earnhardt hoping to capitalize off of his Winston performance last Saturday night, winning it just barely over Dustin Lewis. He hopes to win it today and clinch another win for the season. But Dustin Lewis, heartbreak for him in the Winston. He came close, but just too short. He's going to hope to capture the checkered flag today.
Drivers, start your engines.
The engines are fired up here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the running of the Coca-Cola 600. Here on your screen is the starting lineup for tonight's race. Bobby the Bonnie is on pole. To his outside is Dustin Lewis. Dale Earnhardt and Mike Skinner, RCR teammates, make up third and fourth. You see the rest of the grid there. A lot of big names in this field that made the grid today. Very important race for a lot of these drivers. This marks the quarter-way part of the season. A lot of these guys' seasons are trying to keep turning back around or hopefully keep the momentum going. As you see the point standings right now, the top 12 and their top 24. Bobby the Bonnie, currently your point leader, hoping to keep it that way after this event is done and over with. A lot of names in this field, a lot of miles to cover. Longest night of racing for NASCAR, 600 miles around Charlotte Motor Speedway, Lowe's Motor Speedway. Pace car is ready to make the sharp left turn onto pit road. You see Bobby the Bonnie, he is the control car. He is the one that says, guys, we are ready to rock and roll. 43 cars coming into the first dog leg, green flag in hand, and there it is. Green flag in the air, we are racing here in Lowe's. "43 cars rush off into turn one. And look at here, the front two break out. Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt. Labonte qualified on pole, Earnhardt in third, but he got away from the 53 car here in the early goings of it. But right now it's all Bobby Labonte. He's got the lead right now as they come into the first dog leg, cross the finish line, and look at this, a move from Dale Earnhardt to the inside. Into turn one, he's on the inside of Bobby Labonte, looking to get a move going here, side by side still. It's going to open the door for Dustin Lewis to make it a three-way battle for the lead. Dang near identical as they went into turn three, but Earnhardt still got the advantage just barely as they come off of turn four. But look at this, the 53 car might try to make it three wide going into turn one. We peaked a little bit, but not quite. Mark Martin now looking to make this fight a little bit more even. All the top four, all right there on top of one another. Throw a blanket and cover all of them, but look at this. Earnhardt's going to get the lead, I think, going into three, and that he does. He clears Labonte as they go into three, makes their way off of four. Meanwhile, look at what we got in the middle of the pack. These guys are all over one another. See John Andretti there under Scott Pruitt. Jerry Nadeau's got a good run off of four, but he's got to go somewhere, and he can't quite figure out a place to go. The whole track's blocked for him. See there Dale Earnhardt Jr. in your top left of your screen. He's trying to make his way through the pack. He's right behind Rusty Wallace. Ooh, Spencer had to get up at the throttle a little bit, running down Scott Pruitt. But look at this. Look who's on the charge. He got by Jeff Gordon. That's Tony Stewart, the Home Depot Pontiac. Stewart's been the one to watch and practice. The car has come alive in the later runs here, and it might be already starting to come alive here in the early goings. He got by Gordon pretty easily. Down the back straightaway, he's riding along with the 53 car, the second place driver, Dustin Lewis. Heartache for him in the Winston. Dominated all race long and lost it right there at the very end to the man who's leading the race right now, Dale Earnhardt. Comes through the front straightaway. 195 as they enter turn 1. Track's a little bit cooler than it was just a weekend ago, and that's going to cause these cars to be a little bit more grippy, got a little bit more pace in them. Down the back straightaway. Dustin Lewis right on the heels of Dale Earnhardt. Meanwhile, Bobby Labonte trying to claw some time back, qualified on pole and currently running third. On the front straightaway. Some of the best in the business running up in the front right now. Off of corner number 2, the 53 looked to have a really good run out of coming off of turn 2, and look at this, there's the move. Dustin to the inside, he poked his nose under him, and he's trying to keep it that way, keep Earnhardt guessing. Oh, he's there, he's there. Side by side through the front straightaway, coming to take lap 8. To the inside goes the 53. Will he clear the 3 though? I think he does. If I was a spotter, I'd be yelling clear. You gotta go up high, and he does. Just like last Saturday, the 53 took the lead and he ran away with it. Could we be seeing history repeat itself yet again tonight? Down the front straightaway, really fast through the front straightaway here. And yep, there it is. That's the line he had been using in the Winston, the 53, using that arcing line. Meanwhile, look at back here. These guys are still trying to get their self sorted out. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr. running the high side of Wally Dallenbach. He's right behind Bobby Hamilton. This is just outside the top 10 here. You see Rusty Wallace right there, Terry Labonte, Robert Presley up there. Cars are getting sorted out here in the early stage of this one. Good flyby as they enter turn 1 right there. Junior tried to race his way into the Winston last Saturday, didn't quite work out for him. Took it as practice for today, and he is using every bit of it. Meanwhile, we have Jimmy Spencer on pit road. It's an unscheduled pit stop for the number 26 Ford. He might have an issue. We'll get some information on him here in just a second. And it is confirmed the team did have an issue. It seemed like an ignition issue. Car was sputtering going down the back straightaway. He come down pit road. They might have it fixed up for him as he heads back out on track. Meanwhile, the 53 runs right out in front. No competition, no contest. Put a good distance between him and Dale Earnhardt there. Just goes to show how strong that 53 car here is here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Dives it off into turn 3. Just look at how that car holds that inside line. Beautiful. 12 laps complete, now on lap 13. I think it's time for our first commercial break here, folks. Stick with us, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lowe's Motor Speedway here in the Coca-Cola 600. Nothing much has changed since our commercial break. Dustin Lewis is still out in front as he comes off of turn number 2. He has extended the gap just a little bit to Dale Earnhardt, but it seems like Earnhardt has been sort of clawing some time back. Dustin was increasing his lead by a substantial margin, but it has been dwindling down since as the laps have went on. We are now on lap 19 of 100 laps. NASCAR's longest night of racing, 600 miles. These guys are going to have, it's an endurance race for these guys. And meanwhile, these two are racing like it's the last lap. Dale Jarrett and Johnny Benson. Benson was one of those who were one of the hopefuls to win the Winston last Saturday. Had a lot of speed in the race. But unfortunately, just was too far back in traffic to really do anything. Meanwhile, look at this guy. Sterling Marlin, the Coors Light Sabco Chevrolet. Started towards the mid-pack area of the field, and he has made his way up near the top 10. Seen going by Rusty Wallace and Bill Elliott there. Brilliant run for Team Sabco here tonight so far. Only 20 laps into this race, but man, oh man, that's a good run for them. Has run good all weekend. Ward Burton in the Pontiac, Caterpillar Pontiac for Bill Davis Racing. So far, it's been a really good year for Ward Burton. He won the Daytona 500 earlier this year. Kicked off his season hot. So thus far, he's been very consistent with his finishes, very consistent with his driving, and right now he is under attack. Look how close Mike Skinner is to his back bumper. Oh man, it was almost like he was pushing him going down into turn 3. Come off of corner number 4 here. You think Matt Kenseth would like to have a piece of this action here. Get up in the mix, get them elbows out. So far, Skinner has not made any attempt to really pass Warburton. You think he's comfortable back there almost. He might try to make the move here going into 3. You know, he's just not close enough. He was close enough the last lap. Now he ain't close enough. Just, you know, following in his tire tracks. There's another guy we're probably going to have to watch out for, especially in the later goings of this one, Jeff Burton. Came into the weekend, he said that he loves this track. He loves it when NASCAR comes here. And right now, he's proven it. Qualified well, he's running really well. Right now, right behind Jeremy Mayfield, another guy that we're probably going to have to keep an eye out on in the later goings of this one. Roush and Penske, two Ford teams, but very, very different. Very different driving styles, very different management, but they are running 1 and 2 right behind one another. Burt made a good effort right there on that last lap. Got real close to him there. I wonder if he's going to try to make the move on the back straightaway. Doesn't look like it. He's going to stay right behind the 12 car. See, Burton's got a real good car through the through entry in the middle of the corner. But he has to just back off of it just a little bit because Mayfield is not as good there. On the front straightaway into turn 1 yet again. I think Burton laid off just a little bit so he could get back into it. He ain't backing out of it this time. Look at this. Down the back. Side by side. Oh yeah, he's there. Look at that. Great pass by Jeff Burton to get up under Mayfield. He will clear him as they come off of turn 4. It's another position gain for the Exide Batteries Ford. Might be a change here. He might start marching his way up to the front here. Tires might be coming alive. The tires should be rubbered in by now. Lap 26. Meanwhile, we ride along with Mark Martin. Just outside the top 5. You see up there at the top, Jeff Gordon in 4th, Tony Stewart in 5th, Ricky Rudd in 6th, Mark Martin in 7th. Right now, these guys, they're trying to break into that top 5. Hopefully try to run down first and second. First and second are a whole postal code away from these guys. Earnhardt way away from them, and Dustin Lewis even further away from these guys. Mark Martin not having a stellar year here in 2000. He's running well, but just not well enough. He's inside the top 10 in points, but he'd like to be first, preferably. Right now, he's got the speed to run up there with him, I think. It's just a matter of getting up there. Meanwhile, look at this. Jeff Gordon to the inside of Bobby Labonte. Labonte kind of stuck behind Hut Strickland there. This is all what Ricky Rudd sees right now. Those guys battling up there. Look at this. Gordon to the inside. Stewart coming with him. And in the front straightaway, Stewart almost pushing Jeff Gordon into the corner, and it worked. Gordon now up to third, Stewart to fourth, and Labonte. All because a one-lap car loses 2 positions. Just goes to show how much lap traffic matters here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Rudd and Martin getting right by Strickland fairly easy. Remember, Strickland was one of the ones that was hurt. Had to sit out for a few races after Talladega. After that race, NASCAR mandated that all drivers participating in NASCAR sanctioned events have to be wearing a Hans device. It is non-negotiable. A little bit of pushback from most of the drivers. Some of them were okay with it. A lot of your older guys, not a fan, but they went along with it. They were team players. And thus far, we haven't had a test to see if they're actually going to work like they're supposed to. Hopefully, we don't have to. Meanwhile, your pole sitter sitting just inside the top 5, hoping that Gordon and Stewart start battling so he can kind of run up there with them. He's sticking with them, that is for sure, but he might... Ooh, he did kind of peek the nose under Stewart, but it just closed up a little too quick, had to back out of it. Quarter number 4, Gordon still leading the train along. Meanwhile, they're catching Ricky Craven, and look at Labonte. Here we go. Teammates. Joe Gibbs 18, Joe Gibbs 20. And it looks like the 18 won that battle pretty easy. Maybe a little too easy. He went right by him on the inside with ease. Mark Martin tried to peek his nose under the 28 car. Didn't quite work out for him. It's not close enough. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon, the flagship for Hendrick Motorsports, some you would argue, the 24 DuPont Chevrolet. 2000 has not been his season thus far, but he has had some good runs. Tonight, this is one of his best. Currently sitting in 3rd position and hoping that the lap traffic slows down Dale Earnhardt and Dustin Lewis just a little bit to where he can maybe go up there and fight for the lead. Speaking of Dale Earnhardt, riding along with him here, you see exactly what he sees out of that front windshield. See Kenny Irwin Jr. up there, lap down currently. A little puff of smoke right there. That may have been from one of the lap cars. Real unsure on where that could have been, from. But you see, 53 has been struggling to get through some of this traffic, and that has caused Earnhardt to slowly start to reel in his deficit. You can see it right here. They did have almost a whole back straightaway between the two, but now, not so much. Kenny Irwin Jr. now battling Darrell Waltrip. That is for position. I don't think Earnhardt's going to want these two battling in front of him. He's got to get by them and go chase down the 53. Meanwhile, the 53 is just... He's got a little bit clean air now. You're probably going to see that gap extend. 53 running a very special paint scheme tonight. Memorial Day weekend. American colors. Coca-Cola on the hood. Beautiful car, that one. Just not doing too much, but doing just enough. 36 laps complete, now on lap 37. Dustin Lewis still uncontested. Earnhardt might be reeling him in just a little bit, but it ain't enough, I don't think. Meanwhile, he's running so fast he might actually just catch these guys at the end of the front straightaway. And I think he is. I think he's going to catch him now. Look at this. 3 wide. Compton and Bodine. It was a little aggressive, don't you think? I think it was a little aggressive. Just way down to the bottom and just hung it there. But it worked for him. It did. It worked for him really well. Probably don't want to be taking that kind of risk, though. I mean, we're nowhere near halfway with this race, and he was making that kind of move. But I guess when you're the leader and you know you're faster than everyone else, you can do that. Let's just see how well he's getting around this racetrack thus far. You see Jimmy Spencer right up there. That was one of the cars that pitted early before we went to commercial break. See, he rolls through 1 and 2 real smooth. See how he does 3 and 4. We had to play with the throttle a little bit, but hey, Scott Pruitt checked up. Here comes Spencer. No, he's going to try and make it through. Oh no, he thought better of it. A little late to be making a 3 wide move there, especially in the 1 and 2. I agree with him on that one. That would have been a real risky move. It was right up the inside of Scott Pruitt though. Made that move real easy. And now here he comes on Spencer. Swings to the inside. Keeps the car on the bottom. Keeps Spencer honest, and there he goes. Yet another car a lap down by the 53. Rick Mast, the Conseco Pontiac. Might be another car we're finna see go put a lap down and eat. Yeah, 53 is gonna do that around the outside of him. He's like, you could have the inside line, I don't need it. But when you got a car as on a rail as that 53 is, I think you can drive anywhere and that car is gonna be fast. Good flyby of the field here. Lap 42 of 100. 41 laps complete. I think it's time for yet another commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Coca-Cola 600 here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Coming up to the halfway mark of the race, Dustin Lewis made the inside move on Wally Dallenbach, but just didn't have the grip to stay up under him, so he had to drop back in line. See, we're coming up on the halfway point of this race. And so far, it has been rather tame. Labonte did manage to get by Jeff Gordon. Ricky Rudd has made his way up into the top 5. But thus far, it has been a rather relaxed race. No serious incidents, no serious contact, but no, whoa! Just as I say that, it happened. That was the most serious contact we've had all race long. Dallenbach came up and chopped the nose off of the 53 car. Doesn't seem to have much damage on either one of those cars, so they should be okay, but I doubt the 53 is real happy with the 75 right now. Meanwhile, not too far away from the 53 car, that's the 3 of Dale Earnhardt. You can see 3 car in the 53 in the middle of 3 and 4 there. But Earnhardt is trying to run him down. He hasn't quite got out of his sight yet. As long as he's in sight, he's a target. Lap 50 next time by will be the halfway mark of the race. So thus far, Dustin Lewis, Bobby Labonte, and Dale Earnhardt are the only 3 cars to lead laps here today. You just see how far back Labonte is. Labonte and Earnhardt, he can't even see Earnhardt from his windshield. That is just how far back these guys are. And Gordon trying to run down Labonte, get his lap back. We are now officially halfway, lap 51 of 100. Gordon is pushing hard to try and catch Labonte, but I think Ricky Rudd might come in and spoil the party for him. He's right there on his back bumper. Meanwhile, our leader negotiating some lap traffic. There's Dave Blaney on his outside in the Amico Pontiac. And here he comes on Robert Presley and Bobby Hamilton. Presley looked to the inside of Hamilton, didn't quite have the nose there to make the move done. But here comes that 53 car. Passing to the outside of the 77, pushing the forward, goes to the inside. That's how you slice your way through a field of cars. Very well done. Had the momentum and just used it. He's got a little bit of clean air now. The next pack of cars is half a straightaway in front of him. But at his current pace, I think he'll catch him before we know it. And you see he's still kind of running that same line. Meanwhile, just inside the top 10, Jeremy Mayfield. currently getting hounded by Mike Skinner. Skinner has been the guy that has just been all over the people in front of him, but he's got to get him to mess up. That's what he's been doing. He's getting him to mess up. He's going up under him, and he's getting by him. But look at this. Here comes Skinner. He wasn't going to wait for Mayfield to mess up. He was like, no, I think I'll go ahead and try to make my move. But no, Mayfield sent it in. He lit the stamp, sent it, and it stuck. Very good job by Mayfield to defend his position from the 31. Meanwhile, his teammate Rusty Wallace had a good start to the race, but it has slid him backwards. Currently running 9th position. He should be running up here in the top 5, but no dice. Car has just got no grip. He dives it off into the corner, and it just doesn't want to stick. He's got to get out of the throttle more. He can barely get into the throttle. A lot of complaints out of Rusty Wallace thus far, despite the top 10 running position. Seen going under Adam Petty there, making yet another start in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Mark Martin, yet another Ford. Another Ford who is now starting to complain about his handling. But he has the opposite condition to Rusty. His car is actually loose on entry. They're hoping to at least get to the pit stop portion, the last pit stop of the race, to hopefully try and mend that to where he can actually drive the car the way he wants to. But right now, doesn't look like that's going to be changing anytime soon. Meanwhile, another good night for Jeff Burton. Another guy that has been running really well all season long, and right now finds himself just on the outer edges of the top 5. Currently, he is running in the 7th position, just behind 6th place Tony Stewart. And oh, we have trouble! Back straightaway! Big trouble on the back straightaway! Dustin Lewis, Dale Jr., Dale Earnhardt, Bobby Hamilton, Robert Presley. Oh no, I can't believe it! Yellow flag out. Bobby Labonte's racing, and oh my goodness, more trouble! Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, Buckshot Jones. Oh my goodness! Martin driving away from that one. I'm in shock. Oh my goodness! Dustin Lewis's car is destroyed. That was our race leader. What has happened? Suspension is destroyed on the 53. Yellow flag on the track, but we need to get some replays going here. We need to figure out what exactly happened here. Pace car has the field. Cars will be coming down pit road shortly, and we do have a replay. So you see Dustin Lewis is our race leader. Oh! Chad Little just checked up in front of him, and oh my gosh! There's where our destroyed suspension comes from. Oh my gosh! A lot of good cars taken out in this one. This is from the helicopter cam. This is what? Oh no! Junior just had nowhere to go. And he's, oh my goodness, oh wow. That's where Robert Presley got involved. Goodness gracious. There's another camera we got. This one was looking at Bobby Hamilton. Oh, and you see there, 53's already spinning. Junior got involved. Oh my goodness, he was almost through it. Oh my lord, you see the hit the 3 car took. Oh my gosh. We also have the onboard here of Dale Earnhardt. Let's see what he saw going through this. It looked like he was going to make it through, and oh my god, he come out of the smoke, and there it was. And that car is dead. Oh my goodness. Terrible incidents here on lap Here on lap 56. You see the 53 car currently getting worked on. They're hopefully going to get that car back going. You see the lap cars coming down pit road. Junior had a little bit of damage involved in that wreck. My goodness. Well, this has definitely changed the look of this race. For sure. Meanwhile, after everything is cycled back out, Sterling Marlin is now our leader. Well, when we come back, we're going to be green flag racing here in Charlotte. Stick with us and stay tuned. Welcome back to Charlotte Lowe's Motor Speedway. Here for the Coca-Cola 600. Calamity has brought out our caution. A lot of cars taken out. A lot of cars currently with damage on track, but we have got the track cleaned up. We got the cars re-racked. They're ready to rock and roll. Pace car makes the sharp left turn on the pit road. Sterling Marlin cycled back out as the leader. We told you to keep an eye on him. They're coming into the dogleg. He is the control car, and the green flag is out. We are racing once again here in Lowe's. Sterling Marlin with a great restart, got out in front, but look at this. Bobby Labonte says, no, I want to be the leader of this race. You may have beat me on pit road, but you're not going to beat me here. And whoa, big checkup from the 40 of Sterling Marlin. Everyone's going to go around his outside. He's coming down pit road. Oh my goodness, Sterling Marlin on pit road. You see him there in the background. What in the world? He was the leader. And he is on pit road. We may have an issue here for Sterling Marlin. We'll get an update to you on Sterling Marlin here in just a little bit when we get the information. But oh my goodness. Leader at the restart. He's already on pit road. Must be a serious issue for him to drop out like that. 63 laps complete. Now on lap 64. Bobby Labonte, the dominant car of this year, is now back out in front, with Jeff Burton, Rusty Wallace, Mike Skinner, and Jeremy Mayfield making up the top 5. And look at this. The dominant car of the day, the 53 of Dustin Lewis, finds himself in the back of the pack. Unfortunately, after that incident, you see the damage there to his car still sustained. You know, they did beat out as much as they could, but there's still a lot there, and it has really affected that car's performance. It's a shame. Not a repeat of what happened to him in the Winston, but mighty close. And meanwhile, Bobby Labonte, as we ride along with him, look at that clean track. And look at the rear view mirror. He's got no one behind him. Jeff Burton's there, but he ain't looking in that rear view mirror. He's looking out front. He says, this is the direction I want to go in. We're going to go this direction. Right now, it has worked wonders for him this season. Multiple wins, leader in points most of the season thus far. And the way it looks, he's going to retain that lead tonight. Hopefully I haven't jinxed him by saying that. 66 laps complete now on lap 67. And Labonte, that Interstate Batteries Pontiac is a rocket ship. Put out nearly a 2-second lead over Jeff Burton since the restart. Down the front straightaway, and look at that, not even in the same frame. That's just how quick this number 18 Pontiac is. Meanwhile, some of the cars that did manage to escape the, well, back straightaway incident that brought out the yellow flag. See Ricky Rudd battling Elliott Sadler, trying to chase down Jerry Nadeau. These cars are on the lead lap. They have not went a lap down. Rick Mast, a lap down. He is not for position. Michael Waltrip, Chad Little. These cars are a lap down. These guys have been lapped by the leaders. But right now, Ricky Rudd, I think he is the one that is separating the lead lap cars from the lap down cars. Oh, but look at this battle for second place. Mike Skinner doing what he's done all night long, get right up on the back of the car leading him, and he's going to try to make the move to the inside through the dog leg. Really make the move. I think he's going to make it stick right here as we go through 1 and 2. It's going to be a good move, but I just don't know if he's going to clear him. Burton didn't clear him. They round off 3 and 4. Though the 99 had to check up a little bit with that 31 underneath him. I think he's going to get by him here. Meanwhile, if you look right behind them, look at the Lycos number 10 Pontiac of Johnny Benson. He's made his way up into the top 5. Now the 31 clears the 99. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. All right there together. If you throw a blanket, you're going to cover all of them. Meanwhile, the leader, he might as well be in another state. He ain't in another postcode. He's in another state. A long, long ways away from these guys. Oh, but he's now starting to encounter some lap traffic. That's Jeffrey Bodine in the 60 car. Bodine got a serious bit of damage from Dale Earnhardt in that first wreck. Labonte gets by him, and you can just see the pace difference. Goodness gracious. He might be getting up to speed just a little bit still, working with that damage, seeing what he can do, what he can't do, but that is some serious speed difference between him and the 18 of Bobby Labonte. Well, with Labonte crossing the start-finish line, I think now would be a good time to take the headset off for a second, take a commercial break. Stick with us and stay tuned. Welcome back to Lowe's Motor Speedway, MRN's coverage of the Coca-Cola 600. Not much has changed in the way of the top 5 running order. Bobby Labonte is still your leader. Jeff Burton and Mike Skinner have been trading places since we went to commercial break, and Johnny Benson managed to clear Rusty Wallace for 4th. As we get a good flyby of the field here, all the cars that are still on track racing. You see Sterling Marlin there flying by your screen as we now lock on to the 18 of Labonte. Update on the 40 car. Why did he come down pit road shortly after the restart? Reason being, they had a loose wheel. Once Sterling got up to speed, he can actually feel the wheel being loose, and they didn't check the lug nuts on the car. He had to come down pit road. It's unfortunate, but that is what happened. They had to come in, get it fixed, and that has currently put him in the last lead lap position. But right now he's being chased down by that man in the 18. Meanwhile, we have some action from the 53 car. That car has been working hard this entire time to try and salvage something from today. You see him battling Ricky Craven and Kenny Irwin Jr. Those two cars are for position for him, so he's working hard. I mean, look at it. He's sliding the car essentially into turn 1 to try and just salvage any pace he can. But man, oh man, it's a shame for that 53. He's been so fast, was so dominant. Right now, he can't even prove that that car is something to be feared. He's got to be in the back of the pack. And currently, fixing to be lapped by the 18 car. Jeff Burton getting away, hopefully, from Mike Skinner. Once Skinner relinquished that second position from Burton, he hasn't been able to get back up to the rear end of him and get him loose. The 31 has just been hanging back, maybe biding his time. Meanwhile, Got another battle for position here. Dale Jarrett, Steve Park, and Ward Burton. Ward Burton did get a little bit of damage from that earlier incident. He was not a big piece of it, but he did get a little. But it doesn't seem to be affecting him none at all. He did let Park by, but he did fall back in line and block Dale Jarrett from advancing his position. Park right now, the best of the DEI guys. Earnhardt Jr. got involved in that wreck earlier. Right now Park is carrying the weight of the team on his shoulders. Hopefully get a good finishing position tonight. Down the back straightaway. Dale Jarrett going by the 22. Jarrett hopefully trying to build off of his success in the past 2 points-paying races, Auto Club and Richmond. And meanwhile, our leader, oh my goodness, our leader is in a pile of lap down cars. You see him trying to get by the 40 of Sterling Marlin, and Sterling was like, no, I think I'm going to pass the 42 here, my teammate. Meanwhile, the 53 is trying his best to stay on the lap that he's on, not fall another lap down. And I think he's going to have to fall a lap down. Whoa! The 40. The 40 of Sterling Marlin went right up into the nose of the 53. That was almost a wreck. Almost a wreck. They sorted it out. It did knock the 53 back just a little bit. You see him in the clutches of the 42 car there in the back. But they seem to have it all figured out right now. Currently coming along to complete lap number 86. Coming to the end of this one here. And Skinner has found his way around Jeff Burton yet again. And this time he's put some distance on Jeff Burton. Oh, and look at that, going right by Jeffrey Bodine. I mean, the pace difference between the lead lap cars to the 60 is insane. I'm surprised NASCAR has not called him into pit road. I mean, he's way off the pace compared to everyone else. Still running though. The car's still got 4 wheels. The engine's still running decent. I think he's made minimum speed. I think that's why they haven't pulled him off track yet. Lap 88. Laps are ticking down slowly but surely. And right now, Bobby Labonte is hoping this race ends quicker and quicker. Because right now, he is in a whole other state of speed. Skinner, a long way behind him. He ain't got to worry about Skinner catching him, I don't think, unless he just gets sucked up into lap traffic. Currently, I don't think he has anything to worry about. 2 laps time, we will be within 10 to go. And just as a reminder to the viewers at home, when we get inside 10 to go, like you saw in the earlier restart, the lead lap cars line up on the outside, the lap down cars line up on the inside. When we get inside of 10 to go, like we're going to be on this very next lap, that doesn't happen. NASCAR does not allow the lead lap cars to be on the outside and the lap down cars to be on the inside. They're going to line up single file. And right now, Bobby Labonte's hoping that doesn't happen. Another yellow flag coming out, because that will re-rack the field and put him in a weird position where he's actually got to defend. You see he goes by all 3 of those lap down cars. Scott Pruitt, Dave Blaney, and Ted Musgrave. Now he's got to hunt down Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty in the 44 Hot Wheels Pontiac for Petty Enterprises. Him and his son Adam racing in the same race together. Now look at this. John Andretti, Ricky Rudd, Jerry Nadeau fighting over the same position. Andretti on the outside trying to make something work up there. It's not looking like it can work up there though. Oh, but Ricky Rudd might have something for Nadeau here as they go down the back straightaway. Peeked to the inside but didn't have enough room to do anything with it. Roll through turn 3 and 4. Nadeau still holds strong. 28 falls right back in line. off into turn 1, lap 92. Coming up to now take lap 93. So you see Skinner there. Skinner way ahead of Jeff Burton now. Put some good distance between him and Jeff Burton. He rolls off into turn 1 and 2. Seems like everyone has finally calmed down after all the craziness on the first caution. You see the 60 car there again. That's another time that the 31 has lapped him. They might want to pull that car into pit road, because he is really slow compared to everyone else. See the 18 car coming off of turn number 2. Goes to the inside of Adam Petty. Down the back straightaway. And oh my God, we have another wreck. The 53 again. And Kenny Irwin Jr. I think was also involved. Yeah, there he is. And oh my goodness, Ricky Rudd now involved. Andretti now involved. They get the cars turned back around here. Oh, Jimmy Spencer. He also got involved. I think Terry Labonte may have got a piece of it too. Oh, the 53 might have big trouble here. Trying to get it back going. He ended up spinning around. I'm going to go ahead and try and see if we can't find some replays of this one. Figure out what happened here. 53 gets turned around. He gets back going again. He has some damage, but some of it I think is from before too. From the earlier incident. Currently getting some replays assembled together. Here we go. This is from the onboard of Dustin Lewis. See him right there behind Kenny Irwin Jr. See what exactly happened here. And oh, Bodine just cut the nose off of a 42, and 42 ran right into him and forced him up the track. And oh my goodness, Dustin had to get out of the way. He had a whole pack of cars coming. And there you see the 28 and the 43 get involved. Pace car comes on through, and look out oh, I wonder who that was. That may have been Kenseth. Well, another camera here. They were focused on the battle going on here. Oh, Mayhew and Ricky Rudd actually touched. That's going to force him in. Oh, goodness. More cars involved in this wreck. More competitive cars, I should say. You can see the wreck also continuing on behind the campers there. Well, no one has come down pit road except for the 53 car. I don't think anyone else is going to pit. We're going to take a commercial break here. We'll be right back after these messages, folks. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Lowe's Motor Speedway. We have been blessed tonight to have a mad dash to the finish. Within 10 laps to go, the lap cars and the lead lap cars will be merged together like we were talking about earlier in the race. And we have 2 laps to go when we take the green flag. Labonte's going to be leading these guys down to the green flag, and you see a lot of lap cars between him and Mike Skinner, who's in second. Labonte, this is his race to win. Green flag is back out in the air. 2 to go. Can Labonte hold it together for just 2 laps? Off of corner number 2. Absolutely no competition with him. He dives off into 3 and 4. One lap to go. Does anyone have anything left? Will the 18 hold it together for just 4 more corners? Came into this race leading the points. He will be leaving tonight with an even bigger points lead. Half a lap to go. This year has been a year of dominance for Bobby Labonte. And that dominance will continue. Off of corner number 4, Bobby Labonte will win here in Lowe's. A great run for Bobby Labonte tonight.
Awesome job, my friend. Awesome. Damn it, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Great job. You the man, buddy. Oh, you guys. Way to wheel that piece, baby.
See the crew chief and spotter talking to him there. Here is your race results for tonight. Bobby Labonte wins the race. Jeff Burton, Rusty Wallace, Mike Skinner making up the top few positions. But look at this. A lot of good cars taken out early in this race. Here's your point standings. Bobby Labonte extends his point lead tonight. Very good run for him. We look through the rest of our points here, but hang on a second. We might have some tempers. Oh, the 53 rammed the 97 on pit road. Uh-oh, I think someone might be a little upset with an earlier on-track incident. Not a good look for the 53. A lot of frustration tonight. Had a great car, but just bad circumstances. But tonight, it is all Bobby Labonte. He makes the right turn to come back on the speedway. Burn it down, Bobby. You deserve it.